Mate, I've got to say congratulations on this EP. I've had a chance to sit down and take a listen to it, and it is an absolutely amazing album, so congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So, mate, for a lot of our listeners out there, your last couple of singles have been the first kind of time where they've got to hear you. So tell us a little bit about Heartline, a little bit about the history of the band.
Yeah, so we kind of only really started. We got together, all four of us. So myself, Fraser on guitar, Nev on bass, and Michael on drums. Really early 2019. Yeah, we put our first song out, I think it was in February of 2019. Actually, so I reckon it was probably December 2018 where we kind of decided that we were going to definitely actually real commit to it. And then, yeah, first single was out in February, and our first show was with that March just then.
And this last 12 months has been so crazy. How difficult has it been for you guys to kind of get out there and make more of a name for yourself, but also to even just work on this EP as well?
Yeah, it was really difficult. It's really weird, but like every band was in basically the same situation, whether they were really big and well-established bands or small like us, just like having to basically just adjust to this situation no one's ever had to go through before. But before it all hit, we had stuff. We had a lot. It was all pretty scattered, but we had bits and pieces, and we were really just starting to bring it together when it all hit. And it obviously slowed us down a fair bit, but I think it's almost a bit of a blessing in disguise because we got to spend a lot more time on it because there was no rush to get stuff out because there were no shows. There was nothing we could do to really promote this new stuff. So we could spend a lot more time on it, and it definitely wouldn't. I don't know if it would have been would have became what it is now if we didn't get that extra time. If we couldn't really use that time to really work on this stuff.
Yeah. Like, did you find it even difficult, though, to work together? Because I know for here in Melbourne, a lot of bands couldn't even be together in the same room. So was it kind of tough even to get together to work on it?
No, well, not really, actually, because because we're in Adelaide, well, I think our restrictions only went down to something like maximum of 5 people within a household at a time,
Yeah.
or a room or something like that. And because we're a 4-piece and we have like one producer, it was always all right. And most of the time, the whole band wasn't there. So like when Fraser was just tracking guitars, I was like very rarely there, and Michael, our drummer, wasn't actually there. We were probably only ever all in the room for some of the vocal sessions and for all the drum sessions. So even with all 4 of us plus the producer, we were legally actually allowed to do that. So we're really lucky here in Adelaide. We didn't quite cop the full force of it like some of the other states did.
Yeah. Now, the single Under the Willow, our listeners have fallen in love with that track, and I believe you actually kind of wrote that track, or the idea came about when you were actually sitting underneath a willow tree. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so my this is actually a willow tree at my house, or my parents' house, I should say. And yeah, there's a hammock under there, and like it was a night where I had a few. I actually had bandmates over and had some friends over, and it was just one of those times where like a lot of people can relate to like being surrounded by all these like great people, but like feeling so alone and like no one really actually knows you because you start to define yourself by these like internal struggles and this torment. So you feel like that's actually who you are, and these people don't know who you are because you don't talk to them about it. And It was just like I just kind of let it eat me alive a bit. So I just separated myself, and yeah, like a lot of those lyrics literally were just sort of thoughts straight out of my head that I was like, I'm gonna write this down. This could become something.
Writing from the heart like that, is that something that's always come easy for you, or have you had to learn how to write from the heart like that?
No, actually, I've actually had to learn. I've had to put more effort into writing from the head. I loved English in school. I did English all the way through into year 12. I did like the high level English. I wasn't particularly like amazing at it, but I really enjoyed it. I loved like reading and analyzing and creating the poetry and all that stuff. But I've always found I've had to work harder because it's coming out of your brain. But those moments like that song where it kind of just comes out of pure feeling, that's the stuff where I've been able to smash out a song in a day or two when I'm in that sort of state. Like it's just it all just comes out. It's not any sort of special. Well, I mean, it's special to me, but it's not a complex or special bit of writing. It's literally just my feelings that I'm telling through this music.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a very poetic feel to your lyrics. It reminds me a lot of the Dardanelles from when they first came out.
Okay.
Is poetry something that was important to you when you were studying English?
I don't know if I can say important, but I really enjoyed it. I was fascinated by what like the great poets, like what these people's minds could come up with, the way that they could use words. And when as a class we would go through and analyze these poems, and what my teacher would say, like he means this is what he's saying, and it would just blow my mind. I'm like, I would never have thought to try and convey that idea with those words, and it's something I'm really actually working on at the moment, trying to be a lot more interesting with my words, but still convey that those feelings that I want to put into the music.
Yeah. Well, mate, it sounds absolutely fantastic, like I said, and I love the lyrics, but of course the other person who's very important for the sound is your producer, Lance. Tell us a little bit about Lance and what you feel he brings to the band with you guys.
Oh man, I've only actually met Lance once, and that was at Unify. I just kind of bumped into him, walked past. This was after he mixed and mastered Crystallize when we released that as a single. Because obviously he's in Victoria, we just after our producer here in SA is a good friend of ours. Yeah, he sends it off after we've finished recording, and he's done a bit of gathered all the tracks and stuff. We send it off, so we don't actually really talk to him all that much. But what he does with the tracks, it's phenomenal. He's obviously, everyone knows he does the Gravemind, Diamond Construct. He does a lot with Polaris. It's like in Australia, I don't think you really can get much better than him. It's really, really awesome. He just really, really creates something amazing with your music.
Yeah. Now, the EP comes out tomorrow. How are you feeling today? Are you nervous? Are you excited? And also, what have you guys got planned for the rest of the year?
I am super excited. Because we've kind of been sitting on a lot of these for so long. It's just so good to finally have them coming out, and it's been awesome releasing the singles, but like now everyone gets to hear the whole thing, because we've really tried to create a bit more of a sort of journey, like a really interesting listen from start to finish, like a lot of bands do. But yeah, so the tracks that we've released are I think track 5 and 6. So there's all these other ones that people will get to experience, and that's I think that's more of our goal, is not just for people to listen, but for people to experience it, because that's a lot of the stuff with Nev, our bassist, and who's been doing all of our visuals, something that we've been striving towards, to create this really, really interesting audio visual experience, so people can associate that interesting futuristic visual stuff with our music.
Definitely. And mate, your album you do get all these visuals when you're taking a listen to it. And I guess the best way to finish off this interview is, what would you like to say to people out there before they take a listen to this EP tomorrow? Because I know there's a lot of excited listeners out there.
Well, I don't know. These are some really, really personal songs. For a lot of us, like the lyrics all began from me, but then sort of evolved into something that all of us could really connect with and really, really, I don't know, yeah, and really experience when we get to perform and play it as well. So, and it is a lot of heavy topically and sad, and it can get some pretty sad and emotional. But I just hope people can find some things to relate to within that, because everyone goes through these difficult spots in their life, and I really, really hope that this could actually help someone like it helped me to write these, and like it helped Fraser to write this music, and like it helps Nev and Michael to play and to write their parts.
Definitely. This is an album that really talks to you as you listen to it, so I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to find a lot of solace listening to your lyrics, mate. So
thank you, man. That really means a lot.
Oh, not a problem. I think it is time to take another listen to your latest track now, so thank you so much for talking to us today on the show, and hopefully we get to see you guys play in Melbourne sometime soon.
No worries. Yeah, that would be fantastic. We really do want to come back soon.
Awesome, mate. You stay safe, and hopefully we do get to see you soon.
You too.
All right. See ya. Bye.
Take care. Bye.